I certainly hope you're enjoying that Halloween music, as it is Halloween Eve here. And with Halloween right around the corner, I've decided to call the president of IHI Important Halloween Information to get the lowdown on all things Halloween. Let's see if they're on the line. Hello?
Yes, thank you for calling IHI. If you're ugly, we want your face. How may I help you?
This is Scott Spears calling to get some vital Halloween information.
Ah, do you have any cash?
No, I don't.
Then why would I want to give you any information? Does it say free samples across the top of my head?
No, I'm sure it doesn't, but could you help me out here anyway?
Will it get you off the line any faster?
Probably.
Then far away.
What is the #1 selling candy this year?
Oh, that's easy. Cheez-Its.
Now wait a second. That's not a candy.
Do you work at the Important Halloween Information corporate office? Do you have a degree from Harvard in candy production? Have you spent every waking hour for the last 15 years acquiring Halloween information? I don't think so.
Well, you're right. No, I haven't.
Okay.
Well, how many pounds of candy have you sold this year?
Oh, millions of pounds of candy.
Millions of pounds?
Yes. We sell it all the time.
Do you have a favorite candy?
Well, my favorite candy is Snickers.
What do you like about Snickers?
I don't know, maybe the name there's a faint ring in my head. I like the nuts and the nougat and all of that business.
Well, tell me, what is the most, everybody gets into this, what is the most popular costume this year?
The most popular costume this year?
This year?
I would suspect it would be Obama.
Obama?
Yes.
Now, how are the Rick Perry and the Mitt Romney, Ron Paul, how are those costumes doing?
No, they're all losers. They're all losers. Nobody's going to pick out one of those costumes unless they simply aren't informed about anything, you know.
How about the Sarah Palin costumes? How are those going?
Oh, my goodness gracious, you've gone to the bottom of the barrel. Oh, no. Well, some may, I don't know.
You know, this voice sounds familiar. I thought I called IHI, but this sounds familiar. Who is this?
This is IHI's president.
Well, I understand.
As I said before.
Well, I understand that, but what's your name, sir?
My name is Alexander Beauregard Smith.
I have to believe that that's wrong, because this sounds like, to me, maybe it's just me, has anybody ever told you sound like Robert Guillaume?
Oh, they say that all the time, but I don't believe them.
No, I think this might be Robert Guillaume. I've talked to Robert Guillaume, and it sounds very familiar.
Well, let me check my forehead. Maybe it is. Good Lord, will wonders never cease. That's who I am.
Robert Guillaume, what in the world are you doing working for IHI, or did I just dial the wrong number?
No, I think somebody dialed. Well, they dialed my number, and I was asked to stand in for the president of IHI.
You know, Robert, I love everything you've done, from Benson to Soap, Phantom of the Opera, all the great movies, but I don't know if you've given the correct information tonight.
No?
No, I think it might have been a little off.
Where have I failed?
Well, I don't know. First of all, I would, as much as I think Barack Obama is a wonderful person, I doubt that he's probably the #1 selling costume. I would guess more of a cartoon figure or something.
Oh, no, by no means, man. No. Of course you may be right, what do I know?
and the hottest selling candy, Cheez-Its is not a candy. I'm pretty positive.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think Cheez-Its is a candy.
Well, last time I looked, it was full of glucose.
And Cheez-Its are full of glucose.
Yeah.
Holy mackerel! Well, do you have a favorite while we have you on the line? Do you have a favorite Halloween memory, Robert?
No. When I was coming up, I was too busy trying to find the next meal, and I never got into Halloween that much. And quite frankly, I've always been frightened of it.
Frightened? Why?
Well, because who knows what the majority may resort to make themselves feel good. And don't let me get political.
We won't get political on this Halloween Eve, Robert. Hey, one thing I did want to mention, though, you kind of got to play out your Halloween, maybe things that you missed as a child. Phantom of the Opera, my goodness, that was wonderful.
Well, thank you very much. Did you happen to see it?
I didn't see it live when you were touring, which I'm sure would have been better, but I've seen a video of you doing it. And, I mean, obviously I don't have to, at this point, brush up against you for any reason, but you were fantastic. When you think this is... Because we're all stupid out here. I mean, I don't mean that in a bad way, but we think you're Benson and can't do anything else.
Well, yeah.
Which is stupid. It's closed-minded. But, boy, you took one of probably the greatest musical in the history of the world and played it, I think, like nobody else has played it, and the pressure you must have been under.
Well, the funny thing is, Scott, when I was doing it, I don't know, something came over me, and I was afraid all the time that I was going to slip on something and fall 30 feet into the audience, or I was going to slip off my nose as I went down one of the chutes and things that they put up there for me to do. I was frightened constantly by it.
You know, I have to say that I'm kind of a little bit sad that I never knew all these years, you doing sitcoms and movies and things of that nature, how well you could sing. I mean, when you perform that number, Music of the Night, oh, I have a CD of just you singing that song at home. I love the way you sing that. I think you put a stamp on that song that nobody else did.
Thank you.
Well, Robert, I don't want to tie you up anymore, but gosh, you're one of my favorite guests, and I'm so glad you could stop by. And if you ever want to talk about anything, please come back, and I love having you, and I hope you come back when I ask you next.
Okay, let's do this again, Scott.
Hey, thanks, Robert.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Robert Guillaume.